Let me ask you, are you trying to see through all these Trump-China tariff-related headlines, or did you make some major moves? What did you buy? What did you sell since April 2nd?
Well, since early April, certainly we saw lots of risk aversion in the markets, and that saw a big sell-off, particularly in American equities. One of our approach right now is to really weigh the impact of the tariffs of the U.S. against the rest of the world. And what it means is that we believe that China and many other countries in the world are better able to weather the upcoming tariffs against them rather than U.S. itself. For one, tariffs against the other countries will slow down U.S. GDP. Economic growth is going to slow. I mean, I often get the anecdote that if the next iPhone is going to be a lot more expensive because of the tariff, the average consumer in the U.S. will just simply delay purchase. And their consumption today, the lack of consumption today, will mean revenue is going to slow down. So U.S. GDP growth, overall economic growth, is going to be much more impacted by the tariff than the other countries. Now, the OECD trade in value added shows that China's exposure in terms of its exports to overall final demand of American is only 2.8% of China's nominal GDP. So I believe that going forward, China will be very much able to weather this. And because of that, and also because of the valuation that we're seeing in China, we continue to maintain an optimistic stance in Chinese equities, while at the same time, we have pared back a little bit on the US equities from a previous slightly overweight to neutral.
When is this going to bite the hardest? We had a guest earlier this morning telling us that it's probably going to be the fall in the U.S. when, it all culminates in a lot of pain on not just the economy, but on companies, on workers, on consumers as well. And that is when a couple of things could happen. Probably more pressure on the Fed more than ever to cut rates. And two, more likelihood of a U.S.-China trade deal. What do you think?
Oh, yes, certainly. We have seen some softening already over the weekend about the potential of a better trade deal between US and China. It's really a situation of who blinks first. And in this case, in this game theoretic approach right now, I'm not seeing China blinking at all. I mean, China today, 8 years later, is very different from where they were. China has got a lot more at the table that they can play as well. Yeah. So perhaps we are going to see Trump or the US blinking first, and that could really bring things to be on the softer end for the rest of the world. Things will not be so uptight, I think, going forward. Yeah.
How much weaker is dollar going to get, do you think?
Sorry?
How much weaker is dollar going to get?
Well, I believe in the near term, tactically, the dollar has gotten quite weak. There may be a little bit of a rebound. But it really depends going forward how the tariff is going to be. Technically, if a country is going to tariff on other countries, your own currency should strengthen. But this is not exactly what we are seeing right now.
Yeah.
So, seems like the rule book has been thrown out the window.